What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I have my first NFL mock draft. And warning, before we start this, I am very dumb. I do not consider myself a draft expert by any means necessary. So take this whole thing with 300 pounds of salt. Because I'm not the best when coming to mock drafts. I think I got 4 picks right last year. But anyways, I'm going to jump into it. And with the first pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Cincinnati Bengals taking Joe Burrow. This really isn't a surprise. He's the unanimous #1 overall pick. But that's what I have. That's what everyone has. Very good. It seems to me that it's very weird how last year he was maybe a 5th, 6th, maybe undrafted. And this season he's proved that he can work and improve on himself so much to the point where he has one of the greatest seasons in college football history and elevates himself to the #1 overall pick. He is from Ohio, so this would be a no-brainer for the Cincinnati Bengals. With the second pick, I have the Redskins taking Chase Young, what some people are saying is a generational prospect, the best prospect in the draft. I think he's very, very, very good. I do not like Ohio State. I just don't for some reason. But I have to admit, Chase Young is a very, very good player. I mean, absolute monster. You have to double team him just to keep him quiet, and he still might get a sack. Very great player, and the Redskins will just add to that defense. With the third pick, I have the Lions taking Jeff Okudah, cornerback, Ohio State, another Ohio State player. Jeff Okudah, very, very good corner. I've heard lots of good things about him. Long arms, good build, always at the top of the boards, and the best DB on every single board I've seen so far, Jeff Okudah, and that'll really help the Lions secondary. With the fourth pick, I have the New York Giants taking Andrew Thomas, O-lineman, Georgia. I mean, this man is a beast. He is, I don't remember. I don't have it pulled up right now. But I know he's like 6'6", 6'5", somewhere in that range. Over 300 pounds, I do believe. He's absolute monster of a person. And I've seen him differ. I've seen him on number 4 in some boards. And I've seen him like at number 18, 20 on some other boards. But I have him going forward to the Giants. Help protect Daniel Jones. Get some more blocking for Saquon. And I think it will be very, very good in New York. Although New York does not have a very good history of picking good linemen. Just to put it that way. At number 5, I have the Miami Dolphins taking Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback at Alabama. If you do not know, and if you are not subscribed, which you should subscribe, I am an Alabama fan. So, and Tua is my favorite player because being quarterback of your favorite team. So, I think he goes number 5. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Guy's made of glass. Lots of injury concern. Lots and lots of injury concern with this guy. Not going to sugarcoat it. But, you can't erase the injury problems he has. I believe there should be a link above if I remember to link it. Click on the card up there that details all his injury problems. Quad injuries, 2 sprained ankles, a hip fracture. Just injuries galore. But let's not worry about the injuries for 1 second. I mean, it's there, but let's not worry about it. I think if he didn't have the injury problems, he's #1 to me over Joe Burrow. And by the way, I'd like to state that all my picks are not my opinion. Not really. These are really just my prediction. So, I could have players go at 18 that I think should go at 5. Not saying that's what I think. I'm just saying. But, I think if you take away the injury problems, Tua should go number 1 to me. I mean, I could go on, but I don't need this video to be longer than it already is gonna be. I mean, he's coming out of high school. His main criticism was he wasn't accurate enough. He develops that. One of the most accurate quarterbacks in college football history. And then one of his criticisms last year, you can't handle the blitz. You can't. That was how you got to him. You couldn't handle the blitz. Trust me, I watch every Alabama game. Couldn't handle the blitz. This year he had no problem with it. Or he didn't have as many problems. And there's always the criticism, he didn't do anything in big games. Well, he didn't really get to showcase any of that this season. Season cut short by injury. But he threw more yards and more touchdowns on one less leg than Joe Burrow in the Alabama LSU game. Played very good in that game, but I mean, he didn't win the game. And a lot of his poor performances are due to his injuries. But I can't go on about this guy, but I do have the Dolphins taking Tua. That was long. I'm sorry. At number 6, I have the Chargers taking Justin Herbert out of Oregon. Very tall guy. I got to watch this guy play at the Senior Bowl because I went to the Senior Bowl in my hometown of Mobile. Very tall, very good performance. He was I believe the MVP of his team, or the most valuable player on his team, or something along those lines. He's very good, very tall, strong arm. He needs to play better. I know I just touched on this too, but I think he needs to play better on the bigger stages, and he needs to work on his decision making. Because from what I've watched of him, his decision making isn't all that good, but he can improve on that. I think he can and become a very good QB. I think the Chargers take him, and he might be the future for the Chargers. At number 7, I have Derek Brown out of Auburn. This guy's a beast. This guy's an absolute beast. One of the best defensive players in the country. Very big. Will get after the quarterback. Trust me, I watched the Iron Bowl. Very good player. And I don't know how to put it. He's just a beast. And the Panthers will get a very good player in this guy. Number 8, I have the Cardinals taking Jedrick Willis. Okay, now this might be a little bit of my Alabama bias, picking him as high over some other linemen, such as Becton or Wirfs. But I do think Willis will go number 8 to the Cardinals. Help Kyler Murray a little bit. Give him some protection. Yeah, I think this is a solid pick for the Cardinals. That's what I have going. Again, I'm not a draft expert. Don't flame me. This is probably my bias speaking out a little bit on Willis. Number 9, I have the Jags taking Isaiah Simmons. Linebacker, Clemson. Very good player. It's hard to call him a linebacker. I mean, the guy is special. He can play any position on the field. I hear that with offense sometimes. Speak Taysom Hill or Ty Montgomery, wide receiver, running back, or you hear that sometimes with offense, but I've never really heard that with defense. I've seen this guy line up at defensive end, linebacker, safety, picked off Justin Herbert and get sacks. This guy's just a talent on defense. Very special guy. Even though I do not like Clemson. Very special guy. Jags get a steal right here. Number 10, I have the Browns taking, sorry, I'm going to butcher this, Mekhi Becton, a lineman. Give give Baker Mayfield a little bit more help. Becton he was on Louisville, but he was one of the only bright spots on Louisville. Very big guy. I think he'd be a good pick for the Browns at number 10. Number 11, I have the Jets taking Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Alabama. Robbie Anderson, I believe, is still on the Jets. I believe he will be a free agent. He might already be off the Jets. My NFL knowledge is not that good. Let's say that. And the Jets, I think, will need to find a good target for Sam Darnold. And I think that my bad, guys. I think that pick is Jerry Jeudy. This guy is one of the best route runners I've ever seen. I've heard that from several people who talk sports. One of the best route runners you have ever seen. And look at the product that has come out of Alabama at wide receiver. You have Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley. Very good guys. And I think Jerry Jeudy will join them. And he is the best wide receiver in this class to me. Jets get a very special player. At number 12, I have the Raiders. The now Las Vegas Raiders. So weird to say that, even though they've been working on it for years. The Las Vegas Raiders select Christian Fulton, quarterback, LSU. I mean, LSU was a good team this year, and yes, they had a very good offense, but their defense really stepped in at the big moments, and this was one guy. This guy was one reason why. He's a very good player, lockdown corner, really terrorized opponents on the field, really complimented Derek Stingley. Very good player. The Raiders will improve their secondary. At 13, I have the Colts taking Henry Ruggs. This one is one that I went a little aggressive on, because I've seen the Colts take a few wide receiver in a few different mock drafts, but it was usually CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb usually comes after Jerry Jeudy, but I think Henry Ruggs will show out at the combine. I mean, this guy is scary fast. Scary fast. If you don't know his story, read his story. Really good. Someone needs to write a book. I mean, I'm not going to go into it here, but Google Henry Ruggs' story. Very good. But that's not the point. Very fast, very electric player. And not only is he fast, he's good over the middle. He's got good hands. Very good. Put himself in a position to catch the ball. I mean, very good player. And I think he will show out enough at the combine to jump over CeeDee Lamb. He'll be taken 13 by the Colts to help whoever they choose as their quarterback going down the line, whether that be Brissett or a quarterback they take later in the draft. Excuse me. Or a free agency. I think he will help them tremendously. At 14, I have the Bucks moving on from Jameis Winston and taking Jordan Love, QB, Utah State. Again, another guy I got to see in person at the Senior Bowl. Really didn't show out as much, but has a very, very big arm. And, I mean, big arm, electric, but poor decision making. Very poor decision making. A lot of people have compared him to Patrick Mahomes. But I don't see that. And personally, this is my opinion. But I don't think Jordan Love's that good of a prospect. But a lot of people think he is. And I think the Bucks will move on from Jameis Winston. 30 freaking interceptions. I don't know. I think there is a high chance that the Bucks keep Jameis Winston. But I do see them. But I very well could see them taking Jordan Love and moving on from Winston. Or just bringing in Jordan Love to maybe push Winston, maybe tell Winston, hey, your job's in danger. You better get it done right now or this kid's going to take over the job. I've seen that happen a lot. You go after putting in a very good backup. Quarterbacks get on the ball. They do good. But I have them taking Jordan Love. And number 15, I have the Broncos taking CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma. Doesn't fall too far. Broncos, help for Drew Lock, who I think will be special after what I've seen this season. Sorry. I'm sick, guys. So sorry. Anyways, really helped Drew Lock. Electric player. Very good at deep threat. He's been helping guys like Kyler Murray and even Jalen Hurts, who wasn't a very good thrower of the football. He really helped Jalen Hurts. But he's a very good player. I have him at 15. At 16, a guy I don't know much about, but I have the Falcons taking AJ Epenesa. My bad, I'm sorry guys, I'm butchering names. The defensive end from Iowa. Not gonna lie, don't watch Iowa that much. But, from what I've heard, very good on the edge. Can get after the quarterback. And the Falcons would add to their very struggling defense with this pick, which they need to do. Believe they'll take them at 16. At 17, I have the Cowboys taking Grant Delpit, safety, LSU. Now, this guy didn't have the season he wanted to this year. Still got the Jim Thorpe Award for the best defensive back in the nation, which was arguable. But you go back and watch the other season. Compared with this season, he did some good things. Guy is special. I'll say it. All around the field. Can read the quarterback. Athletic. Next great safety to come out of LSU. LSU's produced a lot of DB talent. And they can make a serious argument whether they're DBU or not. But I'll leave that there. At 18, the Dolphins, with their other pick, I have taking Tristan Wirfs, Iowa. Again, I don't watch Iowa that much, but I've heard this guy is very special. Plus, they need somebody to protect their new draft pick, Tua. You know, he's fragile. And you get yourself a very good alignment here. Dolphins don't have that good O-line to begin with. Get yourself a good alignment to protect your new quarterback. What I would do. 19, the Raiders are the pick. They have Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle, South Carolina. Again, I watch a little bit of South Carolina. This guy's pretty good. Pretty good, to put it lightly. Very good. I think the Raiders will really bulk up that defense, especially the D-line. Really help get after the quarterbacks they got in their division. At 20, I have the Jags taking C.J. Henderson, cornerback, Florida. Very, very good player. Florida's always had a good defense. And this guy's one reason why. Very good corner. When I've seen him play, he's very, very good. And I think the Jags will keep adding to that defense and take him right here. At 21, I have the Eagles taking a wide receiver in T. Higgins. Very good, underrated wide receiver. Clemson fans love him, adore him. Very good player to me, very underrated. I think Clemson's had one of the best wide receiver classes. It can even match Alabama's and LSU's. I think T. Higgins is one reason why. Very great pick. Help out Carson Wentz. They're most likely getting rid of Nelson Aguilar. No hands Aguilar. And they'll take Higgins. At 22, I have the Bills taking, I'm not going to even try to pronounce his name. The defensive end from Penn State. Yeah, I'm not trying to pronounce that. But, very good player in my opinion. Again, I do not watch that much of the Big Ten, but what I have watched of him, he's very, very good. I'll say that. Can get after the quarterback. Bills get something on defense to really go after Tom Brady and Tua coming into the league. And just quarterbacks in that division. Very good pick here by the Bills. 23, I have the Pats taking Josh Uche. I don't know if Uche? I'm very bad with names. I'm so sorry. Defensive end, Michigan. Very good player for Michigan. Again, I do not watch much of the Big Ten, but I can acknowledge this guy's pretty special. Pretty special. Very good player. And add to the patch, which I think will have a bounce back year in 2021. And then I have the Saints taking Brandon Ayuk. My bad, guys. Wide receiver, Arizona State. Very good player. Again, I'm going to be honest. I don't watch that much Arizona State football, but what I have watched, this guy is very electric. A beast. Even with Jaden Daniels, the freshman, he's very good at QB. Very good player. Very electric. Deep threat. Caught the game-sealing touchdown, or a big touchdown in the game versus Oregon. Very good player. Really help the Saints. Compliment Michael Thomas. 25, I have the Vikings taking Trayvon Diggs, cornerback, Alabama. And I don't know about this one. He'll join. Funny thing is, right here, he'll join his brother Stefon Diggs, which I think would be very funny. But, I don't know. He's gotten burnt in big games, not gonna lie. But he is very good, very athletic. He used to play wide receiver a little bit. Good pick. I think he should be a second rounder, but that's just my opinion. But I see many draft scouts who know a lot more than me say he should be a first round pick. At 26, I have the Dolphins with another first round pick, taking Jalen Reagor? My bad. Again, I'm bad with names. Wide receiver, TCU. Very good player. Very electric. Deep threat. Safe target for them. Think will help out the Dolphins. Try to help Tua some more by giving him a number 1 wide receiver. Very good pick in my opinion. Very good. 27, I have the Seahawks taking Austin Jackson, offensive tackle, out of USC. Very good player, very big, very strong. I've seen him at 23, and 27, and 26, and all that, but I've also seen him at 8, and 4. But very good player. Help protect Russell Wilson. Guy's amazing, and he'll help protect him. At 28, I have the Ravens taking Clavon Chason, defensive end, OSU. Add some more to the D-line. One of their only weak spots, in my opinion. Get after the quarterback. They got to get after Baker Mayfield. Big Ben's coming back. Get after those guys. And Joe Burrow's just entering this week, so you want to get after him. So I have them taking Clavon Chason. 29, I have the Titans taking Zach Bun, defensive end, Wisconsin. Again, don't watch much Wisconsin, but he is very, very good, in my opinion. Will help the Titans with their already stacked defense, and maybe push them to a Super Bowl, because they were very close this season. But very good pick, the Titans at 29. At 30, I have the Packers taking Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma. Very, a good bright spot on a very bad Oklahoma defense. He's really been the only guy on the Sooners defense that has done anything. The leader of their defense. One of the only good defensive players in the Big 12. I have the Packers taking Kenneth Murray at 30. At 31, I have the Niners taking Xavier McKinney. I've seen this. I've talked to Niners fans in my comment section that say this could be a possible pick. I just see this happening. Xavier McKinney, very hard hitter. Also read the eyes of the quarterback. Leader on the defense. All around good, very good safety. And the Niners will get them something to boost that defense and maybe push them to a Super Bowl. Because they were 11 points shy of a Super Bowl this season. And with the last pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs taking Terrell Lewis, linebacker, Alabama. Very long arms. This guy, he hasn't really had the ability to show out that much. Dealt with injuries his whole college career. This guy, if he performs at his top level like he has in college, will be one of the greats in his career. Will always be at the top of his class in his career. Will be an all-pro, Pro Bowl linebacker if he can keep up the level of play and not get injured and keep it up at a high level. The dude gets after the quarterback. Very good player. I mean, it's a beauty to watch him play. Wish he was more healthy as an Alabama fan. But he can... The amount of times I've seen him jump snap counts is amazing. But very good player who can get after the quarterback. Okay, thanks guys for watching my NFL draft. Sorry if the audio quality was low or if I'm sick, but thanks for watching. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. NFL drafts, I'm not exactly the greatest with them, but I like to give them a shot. And I didn't base this all on my opinion. I looked at CBS, Walter Football, ESPN, Todd McShay. I looked at those guys and helped formulate my own opinion on this. And that's my opinion on the draft. Let me know what you think in the comments below.